The last business owner we just had, he was upset about us saying black business owner. He said he didn't like that category. He said, I do business with Asians, I do business with white people. He didn't like that.
Yeah, well, you know how it is. It's all perspective, and so. But now you good in my book. It's all love here, man.
So what we just gonna start it off. HNIC shout out. We always shout out black business owners, people that's shaping and molding the cultures. We love to see it. Then we want to highlight people and give them their flowers. A lot of time we get overlooked. We just mentioned in the last interview we did about how much money that black business and black people generate with such a small percentage in this country, and they're saying it's enough to run a whole third world country. So we want to make sure that we doing right with our dollars and hollering at our people. With that being said, I don't want to give too big of an introduction. I want you to go ahead and tell us who you are, where you came from, what your business is.
Most definitely, man. Appreciate the opportunity and the platform to talk to you brothers today. I'm the Black Pizza Man, also known as Sexy Chef. My government name is Cordaro Davis. I'm from Washington, D.C., preferably, Waldorf, Maryland. That's where I went to school at. From Washington, D.C., my parents both retired Army veterans. I was born in Hawaii. I got family all in Newport News, Virginia, all in D.C., all in Maryland area. Went to college at University of Miami. I got my MBA from University of Maryland. I've been out here in L.A. since 2015. I got my chefing skills from my father, who was a chef in the Army. So I grew up watching my dad and my grandmother in the kitchen. So for me, it was always fun. And my dad, he loved service. So that's all in me as well. I played football coming up. I'm a character inside. I'm more of a nerd than anything else. I love to read. I love math. So it's like, I love, like psychology, all that stuff. I love the study of the mind, and, so I'm more of a observant than anything. So people are like, why are you always quiet? I'm just watching the room. I'm trying to see, how to move and where not to go. But yeah, man, I love food. A motto I came up with my father is always a pleasure to serve. It's fun to me. It was therapeutic as a child growing up with my dad, cooking with him on the weekends, and also with my daughter. I did Comfort LA, which I started with them, my partners, Mark Walker and Jeremy McBride. We have 2 locations, one downtown and one in Inglewood, California. Worked in corporate off and on, and then COVID hit. Lost my corporate job, and so I went to. I had a concept what I wanted to do always, which was making pizza. Something I shared with my dad and my daughter growing up. So I said, why not? And I'll be the Black Pizza Man. So last year, after Father's Day, 2020, I started in my crib. I had everybody pulling up in Inglewood in the crib, man, in the oven, making my own dough. Shout out to Chef Joe, who taught me how to make dough, because I was going to the store, losing all kind of money, but everything is made in-house. My sauce, all that. The toppings I get from the store, but the sauce and the dough is all made in-house, man.
That's the hardest part, the sauce and the dough. That's the main key thing.
Yeah. Indeed. Well, you see the shelf back there, you got ingredients, pots, pans, all kind of stuff, seasoning.
Real chef don't cook out the box. That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, I just tried to make a barbecue sauce, man. I failed miserably.
It takes a little time with that. It takes a little time.
Miserably, man. I'm like, I thought I went and looked on YouTube and got some ingredients together. Like, this is gonna be great. And I taste like this ain't it.
Now, but let me jump right into and ask you, how did you actually start your business?
I started, man, talking about it for about 2 years, man. And my close friends, Jerry McBride, who's the owner of Comfort LA, and my homeboy Easy. He does if you ever see the videos of Sangria 5, that's my homeboy Easy. So I was talking for 2 years, man, like I want to do a pizza, because back home in DC, pizza's everything. We got a one brand called And Pizza that we all go to late night, and then also like uptown in DC, we go to the bars. And we got a spot called Jumbo Slice. So everybody walking around at 2 a.m. with a slice this big for $7. So it was always something I wanted to do, but I never took time to figure it out. So when COVID hit, my homeboy said, man, you bullshitting. You bullshit, man. Go ahead, stop talking. If you don't keep talking about it, we come back over here. So I said, you right. So I went to Whole Foods, got the dough, and then I started whipping up the sauce, and it went from there.
Ooh, that's a beautiful thing. I'm glad you touched on that because that's like a lot of people, especially myself. That's the main thing is like how to get started, man. So that's important. You said that, like, man, I just went to the store and then I started on my sauce, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead and ask him the next question, Anthony. I just wanted to highlight that because
Yeah.
tapped on a part that most people have the hardest part getting to.
Yeah, you got to go, man. Like if you see the first pizza I made, it looked like a rocket ship. It was all weird. My friend Crystal, she has a line of apothecary products, and she sent me that picture every 3 months to like remember where I started at.
Hey, that's
like,
real.
remember this?
I like that.
It's great. It's like a rocket ship, man.
That's beautiful.
How did the pizza taste? Even though it looked like a rocket ship and all
It
that.
probably was good.
It was hitting. It was busting.
Exactly.
Busting. Yeah.
Sometimes it don't look the
It was
part,
on
but
there.
it
Yes,
tastes the
sir.
part. So how
You
did
gotta
you
get that
actually get down
presentation
to,
on there.
How did you get it to the way you wanted it to be?
For me, I've always had a good taste bud, and me growing up with my grandparents in my house, so I knew how not to over season. So I have a good base. So I always use that, like, so I say, make sure, especially that's one thing I do. Like whatever you do in business or in life, study your audience. If you're gonna cook for an older crowd or cater for an older crowd, leave the salt on the side. Less salt is better. You know what I mean? For certain things, but
demographic.
Just trial and error. Really pretty much, using my friends as test dummies and say, hey man, try this. You like this? I put a little pepper flake in it, make it a little spicy. I make a little Alfredo sauce, I need less salt, more salt, a little more oregano, a little more basil. And so, doing that, what took about 2 days to really like lock in and get it.
Ooh,
how do you find those environments though? Like some people, like, what do you go to parties? You just invite people over to test your stuff, or it just happens like spur of the moment?
A little bit of everything. It's like a myriad of everything. I've always been a people person. Always been in the kitchen. When I moved out here, after I was in grad school doing film, and that's why I met my first partner. So if it wasn't from entertaining, doing film or like catering something, they always knew me as chef. And so I'm like, oh yeah, you doing something? Dang, excuse me, sorry about that. Doing something like you got desserts. You got because I got the world famous banana pudding, which I put out there. Anybody, grandma who want to see me, y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. You know what I mean? But for always been known as the host. The life of the party. I'm always dancing. Jovial spirit, man. Always smiling. And so it was easy, like say, to talk to my neighbors. Like, what's in there cooking? I smell you. Yes, ma'am. Here you go, Miss Jones. I'm trying out a piece of sauce. Let me know what you think about it. So just knocking on, my neighbor's door. You just have my friends who always coming over to eat anyway. From college to now, everybody knock on that door like, hey, man, what's for dinner? And so I get it going.
Yeah, that take bravery to even go and be like,
yeah. yeah.
That takes some serious bravery right there.
Indeed.
But since we already tapped into how you actually started the business, I always ask people, how was day one for you when you was like, I'm gonna make some money today? Yeah. How was day one?
Man, day one told are we allowed to cuss?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, let it fly.
Day one told my ass up, man. Like I'm talking about someone who will make 3 or 4 pieces with my family, my daughter, my father, mom, friend here and there, to making 37 on my first day. Because I put on Instagram, they was like, man, we already know C throw down. So you doing pizza? Everybody love pizza. Some old friends, small walks of life, neighbors, everybody, man, was coming over like, put an order in, I'm pre-ordering. Had 37 orders. I got my boxes from the restaurant depot. So I was ready. I had my homeboy helping me out, but I was in over my head. I'm using a house oven. They only go to 500 degrees. Each pizza takes, 12 to 14 minutes at that heat. But the oven I have now, it allows me to make pizza in a minute and 30 seconds.
Ooh.
So I have, so now I have a pickup truck, and I have a pizza oven. It's called an Uni brand oven, a propane and a Firestone in it. I cook pizza in a minute and a half. But that first day tore me up, man, sweating. So I had to change my hats 3 times. Had to change my chef jacket. I got flour. and dust everywhere, man. I'm like, nah, I can't do it like this. So I always love to work in a clean environment. So people always say, you know how to toss it. I do, but I don't like a mess. So I always hand press my dough. And I make it a full circle. So like, oh, you throw it in. I said, no, I don't like a mess. I do my hand press.
Now that's beautiful because people need to know, like, it's not gonna be just easy and just bang bang, and then you gotta make those mistakes, like using a regular oven instead of the one that make it in a minute 30. Like you gotta figure that out and be like, all right, this not gonna work. I gotta switch over to this. And then you had enough money to transfer from I'm doing this to immediately get the good one, or like how long did that take you?
Pretty much. I did, and I didn't have enough money, you know. And I would say, you know, we can hunker down on that for a minute. It's all about, you know, your comfortability where you are in life. It ain't about how much you got or how much you don't have. I had some money saved up, but I'm like, man, it's all I got. So what's up? I'm all in. Everything I do in life is all in. And so if I got to do this, if I got to put the rent money on it, I know I'm gonna work that much harder to get it back twofold. So for me, I was like, man, I ain't worried about my savings or whatever cash I don't or don't have. I'm going to get it. But I don't advise, don't follow. I tell people, don't follow me. I'm a little crazy here. So
not everybody is
crazy, but like, but for me, man, I went out there, man. I didn't have the money, but I said I have good credit. So I said, let me use my credit to buy this. And then with one service day, I paid for an oven and a half.
Ooh, that was like good money.
It came back. It came back in one day. It came back.
That's beautiful.
It cost $500, and I sold 35 pieces. I was averaging 35 a day. Easy.
You think your education played a big part of that? Going to school and stuff like that?
Education and living. I know everyone is, school ain't for everybody, and you know, wherever route you take, trade or hustling, you know, going to work, man, you get it how you live, but you have to live. You know, I think my parents set me up for that. For example, I went to South Africa at 14 on a mission trip for 3 weeks. So for me, going from a spoiled brat, play football and basketball, class clown, you know, head of class academically, man, just doing whatever I want to do. I got grounded in life at 14 to understand it was more stuff outside of me and more things to life. So for me, started, you know, in college, I was making t-shirts, I was selling dinners, I was doing this business. I failed in a million businesses. So that's what I mean by live. You know what I mean? You know, the education did help, but also about me living and trying, experimenting also helped me to where I am today.
That was the most important part, living in, sound like, man.
Yeah.
They teach you a lot better than school.
Yeah, most definitely. Then also, man, wherever you are, man, you got to know how to rub elbows and use the folks around you to get what you need and want in life. And I use it. I went to a small private school. Everybody see the U as this big football school. The University of Miami is a small private school, 9,000 students. And so, you know, you in Miami, y'all got all this, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, McGahee, Clint Portis. It's 500 Black folks, including athletes. And so you got folks who's you got Tony Dance's kids, you got the president of Verizon, CEO of FedEx, you name any top tier Fortune 500 company, their kids and grandkids went to Miami. So I used my connection, like, hey man, how'd you get that? Even though we know we're friends in this realm of school, but outside of school, we enemies.
Yeah.
And to put a point on that, and I'm asking brothers, you guys this question. Mm-hmm. How many people outside of your ethnic background or our race have you been to their house and had dinner and talked business?
Not many, actually.
Yeah, not many at all. That's slim pickings there.
Yeah, where everybody wants to come to our crib, see where we at, what we have, what we doing. They're always inquiring like, what y'all got, what y'all going? But when you ask them, it's silence, it's crickets. So we all friends in school. When we come to this business in life, in the real world, they don't really mess with us.
Yeah, they want to share that. Man, I just ran through a similar experience, man. Not to dip too much on how we like do with the background of this podcast, but the dude down the store who I know owned the store, because he gave us a dog. He blessed us with a dog because he had to get rid of it. I know he owned the store. He pull up in a Tesla.
Yeah.
He doing good. So I asked him, like, oh yeah. I asked one of his workers, like, oh yeah, dude said he wanted to buy the dog back from me because he found somewhere to keep it or whatever. He wanted his dog back. So I'm like, cool. I'm just trying to get his number and talk to him. He was like, don't dude own the store? They lied to me. No. He doesn't own the store. Oh, it's like, okay. I see y'all scared. Y'all think I'm gonna do something to you?
Yeah.
So that make a lot of sense. Like they cool until it's really trying to talk business. It's like, oh yeah, we don't do that with you.
Yeah, that's it, man. And I learned that in school. I actually had a class, man. I'm gonna save his name, but he told me, hey man, when it comes to marketing and business and the performance we doing, the projects, man, you top notch. When we leave here, we not homies.
Yeah.
We was homies undergrad. Jewish cat, cool as a mug. We homies undergrad, doing everything together, projects, job interviews, whatever. Outside of that, I ain't been to his crib. Yeah. We ain't had no dinner. We ain't breaking no bread.
And he kept it 3,000 with you, like.
And I respect
that's the way of the world, unfortunately, because even if he wanted to do stuff a different way,
he couldn't.
It's gonna block him and his opportunities at the same time too. So he like, I'm gonna play the chips I got. So I'm just letting you know now.
I was like, man, it hurt for a minute.
Telling me.
Yeah, I respect it.
And you got to at the end of the
day.
Like,
I don't want to. There's a scene in Django Unchained when he bought him, he was like, I don't agree with slavery, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I am going to take advantage of this right now. We're gonna put you to work.
That's it.
So let me since we're on that topic anyways, let's go into the paperwork. We already covered the materials and how you did that. When did you say, okay, let me get my paperwork in order? Let me start getting it in the black and white.
So what you do, like LLC, something like what would you recommend for someone starting off a business trying to cook food?
I would say, first, I would say do your research. But what I've done, I have 2 S corps. Okay. So I have an S corp for my production stuff where I do my writing, my filming, music, and I have my S corp where I do my catering for Cordaro's Catering.
Okay.
And then I have a new venture. I'll share with you guys first. No one else knows this yet. All my friends, a couple of people know, but no one publicly knows. So I just purchased a bar in Hawthorne with a beer and wine license. So I'm getting that permitted to have my pizzas cooking in there. So I had to get a hood and stuff. I'm in escrow now. I'll be closing in about a week or 2. And so I was going to announce that to everyone else, but I give y'all first.
That's big right there.
I will definitely come visit you, bro. I'll be hitting you up. I'm gonna bring the whole family. We want to tap in with you on that because that's a milestone right there.
Most definitely. So I did everything with that, and so the bar is named the Crossroads LA, and the bar I have that as an LLC.
Okay.
Because investors and everything going with that, managing members and so on and so forth. But to answer your question, Anthony. The Crossroads LA came into fruition last year. Last October 27, 2020, I thought of a name because I was looking for a space for about a year all over LA. So I thought of a name. So I registered a name on GoDaddy. I got a domain name, registered an LLC with the state of California last year. It didn't come to fruition until this year. And I found the building last month.
Whew. So yeah, you was waiting for that.
So it's like paying it forward. Pay it forward. You might not have it. If you have a concept or idea, just go ahead and pay the $10 a month, or the $2 a month for a year for the website. Go and register the business name. Go and register. It's going to come if you believe in it, if you water that seed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what I was just about to ask you. What was those fees looking like?
Oh, the fees. So I was fortunate with the COVID for 2020. I know California, I think, is one of the only states that charge $800 a year for LLCs and corporations. But since I started during COVID, you get 2 free years waived of the $800 fee. So we started a new business. Now, what I would do, I would double check with the Secretary of State's Office of California. But my last year's taxes, I was waived a $800 fee for both my corporations.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's a blessing right there. Oh yeah, so you
yeah,
was winning.
I was thinking about that too, because I got an LLC that I haven't really done nothing, made no profit with, and they sent me like $200 fee I owe for not forming my taxes or something like that.
Yeah, so you do gotta do the quarterly taxes. If you don't do nothing, just put the information in there. If you don't do nothing, it's zero. If you didn't sell nothing, it's zero. So it's a lot of work. It's pretty much running your own business. It's pretty much running HR. A whole HR department is now with you and whoever else you have on your team. Mm-hmm. So everything, you know, if someone was doing time sheets, you're doing time sheets. You're doing payroll, you're doing payroll. You're doing, you know, the benefits, health and stuff, you're doing it as well. So, and then also the paperwork that goes with the city, permits, licenses, because I got a packet here. So you see all these sticky notes. These are meetings. I got to talk with the city, permits. I got packets here, man. I got paperwork for days.
We're in the office.
Yeah. Hard seem like, huh?
Yeah, man. So it's a lot of work. But I would say, man, take your time with it, slow walk it. It ain't no rush. I thought since I purchased a business, I'm going in next month.
Yeah.
You ain't open for another 90 days. So you be like, oh, so I mean I gotta pay rent 3 times with no money coming in, plus the closing and whatever else and inventory. Yeah, this is the way it is, because you gotta wait on this office, it takes 14 days. This office takes 10 days. This one takes 20, and so on and so forth. If I share an example with you today, I got my EIN for my bar for the Crossroads LA. Mm-hmm. The IRS sent me my paperwork. They sent me the wrong form and sent me my social security number. So I had to wait another 2 weeks to take that to escrow, the ABC office, also into the bank to get that. So I was a month behind because of their mistake. Mm. So with stuff like that, you got to account for as well. Like, ain't nothing I can do. So I was like, man, so it's so much with the process, but I enjoy it. But it's like, I see why the owner of this small mom and pop store always need money.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money put in.
That takes me to my next question for you, because so much that we see, you know, sometimes I sit back and think in my mind, like, I have all these aspirations. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I have those aspirations and I think about them, but there's always the looming thought of doubt, or what if I can't, or what if that. What do you do? And then a lot of these thoughts that come in our brain, before I go into what do you do, a lot of these thoughts that come in our brain are usually sometimes propaganda, or, you know, stuff that's what we see on TV. It should be this way. You should have $1 million by 18 because you see the newest rapper and NBA star got it. Like, so you get in that and then you feel like you 30 years old, you feel like you behind. You ain't really behind. You just getting started and you really built all the tools. So what do you do to when you start feeling those thoughts of doubt, and what do you do to get inspiration and X that type of stuff out?
Yes. One, I use, you know, pray and meditate, you know, whatever you believe in. You know, I do that. I take time to do morning walks and runs. So in the morning, 4 days a week, I'm running 3 to 5 miles and walking 2, just to clear my head. You know, I listen to a lot of classical music. Well, not classical, but like more like jazz. Jazz, you know, Miles Davis, John Coltrane, listen, like, you know, get my mind going creatively. I talked to my mom and dad. I got a good relationship with my mother and my father, my grandmothers as well. They both here. One is 84, the other 73. So blessed to have them in my life. And also my girlfriend. I think for men, especially in where we live, where we at now in life, man, the world, you need a solid woman beside you, not behind, not in front, beside you. Because a woman who loves you. Now, I ain't talking about someone on the side you met this last week. Nah, it's a woman who loves you. I'll be honest with you. She gonna tell you that idea, rework that. This one is a gold mine. And I say, go back with our grandparents. If you ask your grandfather to go outside, or your father, always went back and said, ask your grandma, ask your mother.
That's true.
So the woman wrote the law, just the men we just laid. So go through the woman, someone who loves you and cares for you, and bounce the idea, because they are nurturers. They are mothers of more than just humans. Ideas as well. So go to your woman if you have a woman. Man, talk to you. Go to your sister. Hey, sis, hey, what you think about this? I'm thinking about, opening up a shop, man, doing like, robotic repairs, because we are in a new meta world now, metaverse.
Yeah.
So we got new industry, because like in 2005, that they shut down, that they stopped doing trades in high schools. So think about all the young brothers. I'm 34, who are 34 and younger, who ain't got no trade. They outside hustling, doing dumb stuff, getting in trouble because they ain't got nowhere to go and nothing to do. So let's go on realms that, okay, yeah, the world going to somewhere we might not agree with, but how can we get our hustle on and win at the same time? Exactly. So I would say, man, just find that circle that you really trust, man. You can give you the honest, opinion and love and insight on what you want to do. And I would say to you, when you start off, that question, my dad had the same thing. I was like, man, Dad, I ain't got no house. I'm 34. Woo, I ain't got all this. He said, son, I ain't bought my house till 43. You winning. He said, you ahead of me, son. I had a full-time career in the military. I had you and your sister, and I bought a house at 43. Take your time, son. You good. And I think the realm we live in now, we always distracted. I would say, man, don't compare yourself to nobody. You know what I mean? If you feel like you doing what you're doing is successful, you got it. Because I come from a humble background. I was raised in a trailer park in Newport News before we went to DC. So all my family are janitors. My grandmother shucked oysters. Other grandmother picked tobacco. So ain't no job below me. Somebody who clean the streets up, or who wipes somebody's butt as a nurse, or she's a man who pick up trash. And waste management, they make money. So don't let it fool you. Waste management make money. So expect everybody to come across, man, show that love, because we all got a story, and it's always beautiful at that.
That's fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah, you got heavy on them. You touched a lot of topics. I don't know which one.
You might be a preacher or something, man. You
that was
church somewhere.
Yes, sir. So, appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna jump into inspiration. Since you didn't hit us with it already.
Yeah.
Where's your inspiration come from? Who, what, when, where, why? Where does that inspiration come from for you?
It come my mother and father. Both of them being serving the Army, U.S. Army for 20 years. My mother, my dad, 22 years. Also a Iraq war veteran. So my father is 100% disabled. Doing from the war of all that. So that having both my grandmothers, Bessie Davis and Patricia Burnside, I had them in my house my whole life. So I was fortunate to have a grandmother. No matter where, if I was with my mom, I had Patricia. For my dad, I had my Aunt Ann and my grandma Bessie, my nanny right there. So to guide me. So I was always a kid to sit on their lap and heard all the old stories. Who did what, how it happened, the rights and the wrongs. So I was kind of like, the storyteller of the family. Anyway, now I took everything in, but the inspiration, man, come from my mother and father. And also my daughter, man. My daughter at 17. So I was a kid having a kid. So she raised me up. Jordan raised me up. Man, I went to college, I didn't do no spring break. I didn't do I had a lot of scholarships to go to China to do my master. My last 2 years in China, and like a little separate program abroad. I canceled all that for my child, because I always seen it as my dad, my mother sacrificed for me and my brother. My mom worked at Walmart at night. As she left the Pentagon, my dad tore tickets at the Redskins Stadium. He was catering on the weekends, so there was always hustling. So seeing that, man, put that in me, man. So the same way in life.
Oh, that's beautiful, man. Ooh, you got some good answers.
You might be the deepest one, the best one we got so far.
Yeah, you talking to it, man. It's a lot of people gonna resonate with what you say.
Indeed.
Yeah, a lot of people gonna resonate with what you say. So let's jump into how you advertise yourself.
Yeah.
How you started versus now. Like, how do you go into advertising?
Or the advertiser, man, pretty much the way I market and advertise is pretty much the core of me. I'm like a big ball of energy and fun. I've always I love to dance, I love to sing, I write everything. So I was going on like the apps to get beats. And I have like all the commercials I was making, also with my partner Easy. I was doing that on the iMovie.
Nah.
Oh, okay, nice.
We know all about it.
Man, iMovie, I was using GarageBand, my headphones. I got a little microphone. I do my podcast on sometimes, but I was singing in GarageBand, and I make a little commercial. So everything I was doing, I was writing my own songs, my own hooks. So I write a menu and I sing the menu. I sing the concept we doing. I sing, I do this, and I use pictures, and I also, collaborating with others, So I've always thought, two products is better than one. So just like how you got two of y'all brothers on an interview show interviewing me. So it looks better when it's two people. You get two sides, left brain, right brain.
Right.
So I always seen it like that. So I'm selling pizza. My homeboy makes sangria, so we doing pizza and sangria. So we over there making songs up. We doing commercials. We doing stuff on the phone. Like, man, use what you have and where you at.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where you have
resources.
Yeah,
because a lot of people they always look at what they could have and this is the one I want. If I'm gonna do it, it's gonna be with this one. Man, use that good old nonsense you got right there.
Yes,
work just the same.
I think the main and most important point is team building, man. Like sometimes people are better together than they are apart. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, even some people are so talented and they want to do with their talent. You got to be the one to get in that job, give them that. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this. Do this with me. And then they gonna fly and flourish and really see who they are. And that's the whole point of what we trying to do out here is connect people, inspire people. We want to hit as many business people as we can. We want to show somebody doing the same thing you doing, thinking the same way you doing. And the more we connect, like I said before, how is we generated enough income to run a whole nother country. So if every black person, the whole, 12, 13%, I don't know if it went up. If we all got together and said we want to go start a new country, we could at any time we want to. You
know what? You said that I had a conversation with my older cousins. He's a lawyer. He's in his 50s, so he's a generation older than us. We was having a discussion about that. And this is just a quick, what you just said about our percentages, right? So let's say slavery happened, and what you did, we have record of it, right? Mm-hmm. And if we outnumber the slave owners, and we was all bucks, having kids and doing stuff for slavery, how do we go for being 20 times more populated than they are in this country to only 14%?
So you think the numbers is fixed?
I think it's either the numbers are fixed or we had more revolts known to man. I told about 5 revolts.
There's a lot, man. Like this Mexico and everything that people didn't know about.
Yeah, so they say, it was more of us than them for 400 years. If we're populating every week, we go on this plantation and this and that, having babies for the plantation for the owner. How we go from that to only being 14%?
So maybe we fell into this whole victim mentality that I've been trying to get people out of.
Oh, we had.
Max said it best. He said, if you look into your oppressor to be your savior, you in bad shape.
That's it, man.
You're in bad shape.
That's it.
Because he ain't gonna help you.
Man, like this shit, it can't be right.
Yeah.
It can't be right, man.
Right. Everything Malcolm X and them was talking about is still relevant today. So it's like,
you know why, brother? You know why, Anthony? Because we refuse to change.
That's
so so I think now we are, excuse my language, we're information whores. Oh, who said the best line? Who did all this? I'm like, we ain't doing shit. We ain't changing. Like for example, right? How can I change? That's why I said, how can I change? How can I make a difference? It's sacrifice.
Man.
It all comes down to sacrifice. Everyone wants to be like Malcolm X, but don't like. For example, we all have a great grandfather who did something for the family that we never met. We all got a relative in our family, a ancestor that did something for us. We never met that we all we're recouping right now. Like, damn, grandma did have the house for 110 years. How'd she get it? Your great grandfather came here with $100 in his pocket, said, I want this land for my great grandkids. They'll never know me, but it's for them. So we all gotta be the sacrifice, man. We all gotta be the lamb in someone else's life and be sacrificial, man. I know you guys fathers?
Yes, sir. I got 3.
Yeah. So I know every day we are sacrificing our life, going to work. It's dangerous on the road and things, coming back home from work, going to events. You never know what could happen. It's a sacrifice to provide for our family.
Yeah, it is, man. I'm glad you saying that. That's what it all boils down to: generational wealth, passing it on to the next. Trying to make their life better than our life. Like, other than that, I don't know what else you trying to accomplish. If you in that category at least.
Indeed. And I think we gotta understand too, and everything ain't for everybody. So everybody can't be Malcolm.
Exactly.
Everybody can't be Paul Robeson. Everybody can't be Sojourner Truth. Everybody can't be there. It's only a handful. So I don't expect. Well, first I don't expect nothing from nobody. So whatever I get is a gift. Whatever I get from somebody, it's a gift. I'm like, man, thank you. I appreciate
play your role at the end of the day.
This dude at work one day broke that down to me, and I remember he said something. I was like, this dude did something dumb, and he had to break it down. Said, we can't all be smart. I said, damn, you right.
Indeed.
And then another day he said, I'm like, this dude couldn't even. He said, we can't all be strong. And I'm like, yeah, you right. What is strong if we ain't got a couple weak ones?
That's it. The polarities, man. We gotta have it.
It gotta be a balance to this. It can't all be just throwing stuff and doing all that. Somebody gotta just roles.
Yeah, everybody got to play their role.
Everybody, and then every role is equal, because some people sit at the head and be the leader and think they're not doing everything. They got this person doing that person. They're really playing a role of organizer, and you might think, oh, he's the leader, he's doing it. No, that's an organizer. That's their role.
That's it.
That's everybody got a role.
Oh, let me tap on that right there. Organization. I'm happy you said that. How did you actually organize everyone around you to help you doing what you're doing out there in the pizza world?
Yeah, man, it's been pros and cons. The cons, I'll start first. Finding like decent folks, man. Like, well, not deep, but not finding people. Like, I guess the quantity. Like, for example, Chick-fil-A. You're gonna get a certain person who's gonna apply for that. And everybody gonna be the same attitude, personality, and same quality of service. Start your own hustle. Yeah, you got your core friends that are willing to help. But it's like, man, like it's only so much that they can do, and only so much that I can do as an independent, entrepreneur. For example, I know if you're making $28 plus at your job, I might can't afford to pay you that right now. And where I'm at. So if you're willing to put that sacrifice in, which I've had, I found some homies, some road dogs like, hey man, you doing this, man, you inspire me and my wife from doing it. Like whatever you need. I got friends talking about, man, for the first month or two, you don't gotta pay me nothing. I come clean the whole bar for you. I come do inventory, whatever. I help you cook, stock, whatever, man. Because I know who you are. I know everything you've done for me and my family. So I just want to pay it forward. So the pros is I found that through my acts of service and by me being honorable. So like you got to put yourself out there and uphold your name. You know what I mean? That's the one thing I did when I came to LA. I ain't from here. I respect everybody hood. I ain't no bang. I don't do none of that. But I respect everybody hood and where they come from. And that's one thing they always say, like, man, you always chilling land. I say, this ain't my home. It's your home. So I gotta be up here respectful at all times because shit can go left. Especially with me. You know how we get.
You go test to go at best.
Yeah.
At
I
work.
always humble out. You got it, brother. It's whatever. But I was saying, but putting the organization together, man, it's a slow walk. It's a little tough, but I feel great with the core five I do have to build with, man. So it's been a pleasure to be able to put food on their table over the past year and a half. You know what I mean? I know I didn't make much personally, but for me to be able to pay somebody their worth plus more, but they can feed their families during COVID, I feel good.
Yeah,
I feel good.
You're a specific and direct inspiration, man. I'm definitely glad we had you on. But we're gonna lighten it up. We're gonna get into the speed round. We're gonna keep you all night. But before we get in the speed round, because I am a pizza man myself, what kind of flavors and what kind of different stuff you got, man? Because I'm definitely gonna come check you out.
Oh yeah, so we go down the menu, man. So first you want to start with the neighborhood quiche. The neighborhood quiche is a 3 cheese blend. I got fresh oregano and basil on there. Then we got the tenderoni. We got pork and turkey. You know, if you don't eat pork, I got turkey pepperoni for you. The tenderoni is the pork and chicken blend with oregano on top. And then we got the situationship. Create your own.
I love the name.
Yeah, you know, after that,
you killing it.
Yeah, after the we got the buffalo soldier, which is my version of a spicy barbecue pizza. We got grilled chicken, red onions, red pepper flakes, and barbecue sauce. After that, we got the tender linder for all the seafood lovers. The tender linder is a homemade Alfredo sauce with the grilled chicken and grilled shrimp with spinach on it. At the tender linder, we got the pepper and, which is the hood favorite, pepper and, grilled chicken, jalapenos, banana peppers, black horse pepper, pepper flakes, honey and hot sauce.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a
pepper and.
Bro, you stole me just on the description alone.
Yeah,
you know what you're doing.
He want to go to the kitchen, like
man. You gotta have fun.
Great. We gotta have you again, bro.
I'm here.
Top notch.
I appreciate it, man.
Tell mama, daddy, grandma, everybody, good fucking job.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro.
Right, but out of everything on your menu, what's your favorite dish? One that you happy to eat all day, every day, not even a question. Heat it up. I'm ready for it.
Man, that tenderoni is where I'm at. And I use that for the favorite song I like is Bobby Brown, Tenderoni. So I named it after that.
Okay. That's smooth.
And like the first 3 months I was, when people ordered it, if you came to my door while I was living in Inglewood, I was singing the song while I was making the pizza. So that was my thing of marketing as well.
Oh yeah, they're gonna love that.
The tenderoni, man.
I feel like this bar is finna be booming.
Bro, I don't know you too well, but I feel like this is it for you, bro.
Yeah,
I feel like the bar is it.
It's gonna be a nice little atmosphere I'm creating, man, with the Crossroads LA. I have a beer and wine license, so it's gonna be more, the grown and sexy stuff. Ain't no trap.
That's okay.
We here to make love and be loved, man. So if you want to bring your little lady, if you want to shut it down for a private dinner, we can do that. We can do that.
Hey, trust me, I'm tapping in with you. I'm giving you my guarantee.
Yeah, yes,
I'm gonna bug you.
Yeah, yes, sir. You know what? I do something even better, man. I share the logo with y'all. Yeah, y'all want to see it, man.
I was just gonna ask you about your logo. That was literally my next question.
Yeah, I'll get it 1 second.
Read minds now, man. I know.
As soon as you fully up and running, you gonna be our next night on the town. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. I got you. So I don't know if you can. It's probably be backwards because of how it's set up. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, you got to back Crossroads.
Okay.
Go.
Oh yeah, it's finna be jumping.
A place to eat and drink. Is that what it said?
Meet, eat, and drink.
Meet, eat, and drink.
Yeah, that's finna be booming. It's gonna be big, man. I feel like you're gonna have a whole location.
I feel it. I feel it. It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
I can see the commercials now. He probably made them himself.
Everything, man. We all have.
Who else do you add?
Yeah, man, we doing this, man. And I would say, man, you never know who's watching. A lot of folks, You know, a lot of folks don't tell you they looking, but they are looking. Yep. You know, for example, by me doing small events, and my old roommate is Marsha and Broach's road manager. So during COVID, I was fortunate enough for her to cook for her husband for the past year and a half as a private chef, all because of work I've done before. So everything, no matter what you're doing in life, somebody watching you. You might not know when, but somebody
gonna come pop up like, we've been seeing you.
Never know, man.
Bit, that's a lesson to keep that positive energy and try to always focus and meditate on good thoughts, because you could do the wrong thing and get the wrong reaction. You might have just burnt the bridge. You didn't even know you burnt it. It was by accident.
And always, man, don't be afraid, man, especially us men, don't be afraid to apologize and admit you wrong. I know we all have our days, brother. So I know if we bump heads, and I'm like, damn, man, I know yesterday, man, I cussed at you. I ain't mean that, brother. I was going through, I had a loss in the family yesterday. I had someone pass on me, and I wanted the right mindset. So I apologize. And people like, oh, you good, brother. But you got to apologize for us to be good. We can't be good until you come back.
Yeah, you can't understand without that clarification. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, your word won't mean nothing if you're not willing to at least admit your wrongs, and you got to be able to solidify the things you say. And I think that's a major part of it. You know what I'm saying? Coming and saying, you know what, I might not have been right, for sure.
Indeed, man. You know, I'm gonna let y'all know too. You know, I guess whenever y'all pull up, man, the first one on me, brothers. First one on me.
No, we paying.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
And I want to support back, man. I know. Like, we interview a lot of people. Well, so far, a couple different people. We got like 14, 15. I don't know how many.
Okay.
But it's not easy running a business, man.
It ain't.
Yeah.
This is great. It looked black. This is great. It's great. Great, all on the sides, like, it's great.
I don't say that to one up you, but I'm saying that I genuinely want to support. Like, when I say I want to support and shout out, like, I want to drop my money, and because I know that's gonna go towards your bar and what you got going. I know that's gonna go. I want to see that happen, because the better you do, the better we all do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even necessarily even, like, I know you have to give out stuff free, and we could talk about that too. But sometimes it's like, people as customers, me myself being a customer, consumer, you got to understand where, especially starting off, where these people are coming from. Like, some of these people might be living in their cars and wishing on a dream. Some of these people you don't know. And a lot of times you're not going to make money your first year. What is it they say? The first 2 years, you don't usually even make money. Yeah. So it's like, I'm not trying to slow you down and ask you to give away and make me customer. You already sold me with the menu. So you don't have to give me nothing free. My mouth watering already.
All right, let's jump into this speed round real quick.
Yes, indeed. I'm here.
About that. All right. For the first one, I was gonna ask you one or the other, but I'm gonna say three names. Just pick one of them, though.
Okay.
All right. It was supposed to be two. You're gonna figure it out as soon as I say it, though.
Gotcha.
Jordan, Kobe, or LeBron?
Kobe.
Ooh, that's my one too.
Kobe is always like the most obvious answer, so we're gonna take Kobe and put him to the side for a second. We all think he the GOAT, though.
Yeah.
But Kobe. Jordan or LeBron now?
Jordan.
Oh,
right on track with me.
Man, LeBron fighting for them stats, man.
He fighting for the stats, but the only thing separating him is the father. LeBron's not a dog.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what
he's not. You see,
Jordan and Kobe had a father to put that in it. LeBron is great. He is greatness. He got it, but like, dog, he ain't got no dog. Yeah. I'm a dog.
Yeah, so like, I love LeBron. I'm gonna beat you. He made sure that was gonna happen.
Man, for example, brothers, I played basketball. I'm 5'11", 230. I played power forward. I've never been dunked on. I played against Patrick Ewing's son at Georgetown at summer camps. They never dunked on me. I mean, I'm gonna fight you in the air. You're not coming in the hole. I've never been dunked on to this day. You're not dunking on me. I'm a dog.
Yeah, he too goddamn beastly to not be dogging niggas out here.
Yeah.
So
That's the whole point. He like, I'm too big to even deal with you. I'll get you next time.
Yeah.
And you should be trying to annihilate him.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I feel that. All right, that was a good one. That was a good one. All right, but we're gonna keep this speed round jumping. Nicki Minaj or Cardi B?
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki, okay.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj.
I like asking that one. People always surprise me. I never know what people gonna choose.
Yeah.
All right, but Lil Baby or Da Baby?
Lil Baby.
That's like everybody say Lil Baby. Easy one.
Lil Baby. A-Town down.
Everybody giving it to Lil Baby.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. Nas or J. Cole? I mean Nas or Jay-Z. My bad. Nas or, you said Nas?
Yeah, Nas.
Okay, last guest said Jay-Z. Why you say Nas? Let me just get a little insight on that one. Why you say Nas on there?
I would say kind of like similar path. I know, you had to compromise yourself being in this world, especially in that realm. And I worked in music, but I always loved Nas' storytelling abilities more than Jay-Z. And I felt that Jay-Z bites styles compared to Nas. I know Nas gave homage to one of the greatest ever, which is Cool G Rap. Yeah. You listen to Cool G Rap, you hear a little bit of Nas was influenced by him. But Nas always says that Cool G Rap is where he learned how to flow. It's like kind of like the big pun. Like Cool G Rap is like the father of that big pun flow.
Yes,
all kind of words, not breathing, and man, double entendre, stuff like that. But I felt Nas, I like his stories, and then I think his style is consistent. To me, Jay-Z sound like young Chris, but you ain't get it from me.
Okay. I'm gonna just go to the next.
If you listen to young Chris,
yeah.
I'm not.
That's young Chris.
Stay out of this one.
We got a hip hop connoisseur on our hands.
I like it, man. He got his hand in every pot. He know his stuff.
Oh, bro, if I got 2 racks of records. Music, man. I got 300 records here. Records.
I'm going in with more music. I got a couple more music questions for you right here.
Yes, sir.
This one gonna be controversial. I don't know who you gonna pick. The last one they felt like it was obvious, but Biggie or Tupac?
Tupac.
That's what they said. Why you say that though?
Biggie was more finesse, like it was like here, but I feel like Tupac was the circle of life for a black man in America.
I agree.
That was heavy.
So you start here, he's a young kid, thespian, coming in our school, he get in the game, he's a background dancer, come up, he learned how to rap with Shock G and them in Oakland, he go to jail, tussle and fussle, don't become an independent artist, gang life, thug life, all that stuff. So it was kind of like the rounds we go through as men, finding our way. By him being 25, I don't think he was able to come full circle.
Yeah, he couldn't. Yeah, that was so sad. What did you say, 25?
Yep, 25 years old.
That's so young, dude.
Yeah, him and Biggie, 25 and 24, that was.
You didn't have no time to do nothing, really, right?
Yeah, but I felt like, yeah.
Hey, that was heavy. This dude, right? You gotta come back for interview number 2.
I'm here for you, bro. I'm here for you, Ant. Yes, sir.
All right, I got one more music question.
Yeah.
This one might be tough. NWA or Wu-Tang? Yeah. Come on now. What you got for us?
All right, damn. I like
talking about lyricism, though. Let's talk about lyricism. Then.
Lyricism, that's Wu-Tang.
Yeah,
we just gonna get it right
Wu-Tang.
up.
But I think like story. Well, dang, the Wu-Tang story is that show was amazing. I thought that was a good show, especially like lesson wise. It teaches how to play. I didn't know Raekwon and Ghost was like this. Was ready to kill each other.
Trying to kill each other.
And now both of them are like the closest out of all 9 of them. But I would say Wu-Tang. But I love Cube's style. I always love Cube's writing.
Legend.
Yeah, he wrote for a lot of people, man. It'll blow your mind if you find out the type of people he was writing for.
Yeah, but I
writing for most of NWA. He was writing a lot of their raps.
Yeah. That was on cue. Yeah.
Yeah, he was one writing them.
Yeah, he was doing his thug thizzle. All right, but let's jump into the top 5 movies of all time.
Okay.
That's my favorite.
Top 5. Number 1, Life.
Ooh, okay, Eddie Murphy. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Number 2, Temptations movie.
Okay. That's a good one. Yeah.
Number 3, 5 Heartbeats.
Okay. You got an old soul.
Yeah. Number 4, Jackson 5 American Dream. And number 6, I say Hook. The Peter Pan with Robin Williams.
Oh, snaps. Hook. I know what you're talking about. Hook, that Filipino up in there. He went back.
Rufio.
Yeah. The boy was running the spot instead of him.
It's just like, for me, it's like, I love the science of film and the stories they have. And I like always, as a little kid, man, especially them having that dinner. And my parents put that in me as well. Like, man, use your imagination. Life is whatever, however you see it. We all have shit happen to everybody, but how you gonna react to it? So like the little kid, like, use your imagination, Peter. Like, what's like, oh, I see it now. Pulling his face back and like working on it. That's Pan in there. So it's all like, bringing out the best in you, man. So that's what I got from that. Now, I like to look at that every year, man. But Hook is what would be the the 5th on that list.
You got a lot of music references in your movies too.
Oh man,
that show how you love music.
Yeah,
that sounds like a full Chitlin Circuit film. You watching all Chitlin Circuit.
Hey, that's it. Yeah, Stack Records, all them, man, all them Cadillac Records.
Oh yeah, Cadillac Records was good.
Oh, good too.
Yeah,
but I say favorite artist be Sam Cooke though. But Sam Cooke is my all-time favorite.
That was gonna be my next one. What top 5 artists?
Ooh, top 5 artists. Ooh,
you already said Sam Cooke.
Yeah, Sam Cooke won. Sam Cooke won.
No particular order, but I mean, if you want to put it in order, you can go for it.
Yeah, that's better. That's better, no order. So Sam Cooke. It's a tie, but I put them together. Bob Marley and Peter Tosh.
Okay.
Both of them, like, give me. I love the old roots reggae. The love, spirit, and God. Like I love that, man. The way it gets you going.
Yeah, Bob Marley be getting me in my mood easy every time.
Well, I say Sam, Bob, Peter Tosh, David Ruffin, Bobby Brown.
Ooh, you threw Bobby as the last one. Ooh, that was you hit.
I'm telling you, man, our generation, Bobby Brown created the Bad Boys R&B. Ain't no R. Kelly without Bobby. Ain't no Chris Brown. Ain't no Aaron Hall.
You said it just same time as me.
Yeah. Ain't no Usher. Ain't none of that.
Right. You're right. You're 100% correct.
And then the thing about it, right? Bobby was not the most attractive dude.
No, he was not.
It's all about how you feel about yourself, man.
Yeah. He was just like, I'm that nigga.
He was so swagged out, bro. He didn't care what you thought. You had to respect him, and people loved it.
Yeah.
But he threw David Ruffin in there.
David Ruffin, man. David Ruffin.
People don't even be thinking about that.
He was singing the draws off anybody. I'm like, man. And him too. Dude, like tall, slinky, not really attractive, doing crack, I ain't gonna say that, but doing drugs.
Yeah.
He'll tear him up. I'm like, man, that's inspirational. This dude,
yeah.
He loves him.
Think about him too much like that, but I didn't went back and watched the old tapes, and they was killing it.
Killing, man.
If that was a list, I would have had to throw Rick James on there with you.
Oh man! I'm sorry.
He's like with it. What you mentioned,
man. I'm gonna mention James Brown, the baddest dancer on his land.
That's who Michael Jackson
entertainer ever. James Brown, hands down. Watch James Brown dancing. Anybody doing? Can anybody do that? One leg shivering across the stage. Come on. James Brown, JB.
Yeah, you taking it back. I was just looking up tap dancers and all that type of stuff too.
Yep.
I was just looking all that up, and that's just what it reminded me of right off the dribble. Nah, but it was beautiful having you on the podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna have you back again, man. Definitely, we're gonna tap in you, get with all the information about how to tap in with your business or restaurants.
Yep.
Before we do that, before we sign off, we want you to tell us where we can find you, on Instagram, whatever, however we can find you and tap in with you in your business.
Most definitely. So Instagram, you can follow me at the Black Pizza Man, and it's all together, the Black Pizza Man. And also my personal one is at Cordaro, the number 4 letter U, CORDARO, 4 letter U. Also, I'm better. I'm not on IG as much, but you can always call and text 202-735-8838. If I don't answer, I will call you back, leave a voicemail or text. I'll respond back to you. I got a lot going on right now with the business and running around and meetings and paperwork, but I'll get back to you in a timely manner.
And we know he can handle it. You see him got the sticky notes on the wall and all that. He can handle
it. Yeah, he gonna get to you for sure.
He gonna get to you.
Indeed.
So
I appreciate y'all.
Hope we get you for interview number 2.
Most definitely.
HNIC podcast signing out, y'all.
Yes,
appreciate
indeed.
it.
Appreciate y'all, gentlemen.
Love.
Yes, indeed.
In the speed round, because I am a pizza man myself. What kind of flavors and what kind of different stuff you got, man? Because I'm definitely gonna come check you out.
Oh yeah, so we go down the menu, man. So first you want to start with the neighborhood quiche. The neighborhood quiche is a 3 cheese blend. I got fresh oregano and basil on there. Then we got the tenderoni. We got pork and turkey. You know, if you don't eat pork, I got turkey pepperoni for you. The tenderoni is the pork and chicken blend with oregano on top, and then we got the situationship. Create your own.
I love the name.
Yeah, you know. After that,
you killing it.
Yeah, and after situationship, we got the buffalo. We got the buffalo soldier, which is my version of a spicy barbecue pizza. We got grilled chicken, red onions, red pepper flakes, and barbecue sauce. After that, we got the tender Linda for all the seafood lovers. The tender Linda is a homemade Alfredo sauce with the grilled chicken and grilled shrimp with spinach on it. At the tender Linda, we got the pepper and, which is the hood favorite, pepper and, grilled chicken, jalapenos, banana peppers, black horse pepper, pepper flakes, honey and hot sauce.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a
pepper and.
Bro, you stole me just on the description alone.
Yeah,
you know what you're doing.
You want to go to the kitchen, like
yeah, man. You gotta have fun.
Great. We gotta have you again, bro.
I'm here.
Top notch.
I appreciate it, man.
Tell mama, daddy, grandma, everybody, good fucking job.
Yeah.